Hello, scholars. For today's lesson, we're going to be reading pages 78 and 84. I'm going to read an excerpt from pages 84 so you guys know exactly what I want to see from your annotations. Please pay attention because I don't want to see a lot of coloring from you guys. I want you guys to do exactly what I'm doing, looking for those key ideas that are going to help us understand the prompt. And our prompt is trying to find evidence, key ideas that will help us understand the relationship with Ponyboy and Derry. Do they get along? Do they hate each other? What is going on? Okay? So here we go. I let go of Sora and stood there for a minute. Derry didn't like me. He had driven me away that night. He had hit me. Derry hollered at me all the time. He didn't give a hang out about me. Suddenly I realized, horrified, that Derry was crying. He didn't make a sound, but tears were running down his cheeks. I hadn't seen him cry in years, not even when Mom and Dad had been killed. I remember the funeral. I had sobbed in spite of myself. Sora had broken down and bawled like a baby. But Derry had only stood there, his fists in his pockets, the look on his face, the same helpless, pleading look that he was wearing down. In that second, what Son and Dally and Two-Bit had been trying to tell me came through. Derry did care about me, maybe as much as he cared about Sora. And because he cared, he was trying too hard to make something out of me. When he yelled, "Pony, where have you been all this time?" he meant, "Pony, you've scared me to death. Please be careful, because I couldn't stand it if anything happened to you." Derry looked down and turned away silently. Suddenly, I broke out of my daze. "Derry!" I screamed, and the next thing I knew, I had him around the waist and I was squeezing the daylights out of him. "Derry," I said, "I'm sorry." He was stroking my hair and I could hear the sobs breaking up as he fought to keep back the tears. "Oh, Pony boy, I thought we lost you, like we did Mom and Dad." That was his silent fear then, of losing another person he loved. I remember how close he and Dad had been, and I wonder how I could ever have thought of him hard and unfeeling. I listened to his heart pounding through his t-shirt, and I knew everything was going to be okay now. I had taken a long way around, but I was finally home to stay. Ooh, it's a very emotional scene, scholars. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a little teary. Okay, so remember, we're trying to figure out the relationship with Ponyboy and Derry. In the first paragraph, we get a very frustrated sense of how Ponyboy thinks Dally feels about him. So I'm gonna point this evidence right here. So I'm gonna highlight. Derry didn't like me. He had driven me away that night. Very straightforward. That's how Ponyboy feels at the moment. So I'm gonna add a comment here so I don't forget. So this is a key idea. And remember, what is a key idea? A key idea is the most important thing on that paragraph. So there could only be one thing. You could not highlight the whole paragraph. A key idea is not gonna be a whole paragraph, okay? Let me highlight. Okay, key idea. I'm gonna put parentheses so I don't forget what it is. And this is Ponyboy. Ponyboy is the one that's telling us this. Ponyboy, he feels, well, he feels like Derry does not care about him and might feel a bit resentful. Remember, think about what we talked about a few weeks ago. Was Derry resentful of Ponyboy? And a lot of us said no. He actually genuinely cares about his baby brother, okay? And that's how I will write a little comment on the side. Scholars, as you keep going down this page, there's a lot of more key ideas that you could highlight. So make sure you do. I want to see this example in everyone's paper. There is no reason why no one should be copying this down, okay? All right, scholars. I can't wait to see you in class so we could discuss this. Like I said, this scene is very emotional and I want to talk about it a little more, okay? But if you have questions, please let me know. Until then, I will see you at 9:30. Bye.